Hey guys, what's up? So I was clearing a fence row over at my neighbor's the other day and cut down a pine tree, and my saw got bound up in pine limb. Finally got it out, and when I got it out, my whole trigger assembly went flying. You know, you got your cover, your safety, it goes on top, and I had to go find this the next day. Luckily I found it, and we put it all back together and it still wasn't working. The trigger here, it wasn't, see how it's falling down? It wasn't falling down. And we couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought I needed to get in here and see what I needed to do. So I took the orange cover off. Turns out I didn't need to do that to fix it, but I'm glad I did though, because pay attention to your air filters, which I've neglected mine. Yeah, we need new air filter. So even though I didn't need to take that off, I'm glad I did. And yeah, I know my saw is dirty, but it's my saw, I'll get over it. But what was wrong is, if you look back here, so here's the spring for the safety on top, and you know that sits right there on the back, right in that. That's where that sits, and that operates the safety. And back here, you can see, there we go. You see back there, that little metal piece there. That is what helps the trigger operate. There, you see it better now. You see, it's where it's supposed to be now, but you see the little groove it's sitting in back on the right side here? This groove in there, it was out of that groove. And with it out of that groove, it was still in the trigger, but it was too far over on this left side, and it was dragging this wall right here. And so that was, when you would pull it up, it'd hit that wall and it wouldn't let it fall down, which is obviously very dangerous. But yeah, so I figured out I need to go in that groove and we're good to go again. Just need to put this back on. You know, you'll put the spring in this, and the little knobs that stick out, they just sit here in these grooves, and then you snap the cover back on, you're ready to roll. If you have that problem where it pops out of that groove like me, or it just flies off. I did figure out the front, when you're putting this cover back on top, the front needs to go on first and then put it in the back. But yeah, that's just, if that happens to y'all, man, I didn't really get to work today because I had to come back home and figure out what was going on. It was actually pretty simple, but nonetheless, take it easy, guys. Thanks.